Hey guys, welcome back to Kane Custom Garage. And today, since it's like super hot outside, I thought I would sort of show you some of the products I use for doing chainsaw restorations and working on cars and just general stuff. Because it's always nice if you get a good tip and find a good product that works good. So I was going to show you some stuff. But first I want to show you, look at this cool shirt that Andrew sent me from Butler's Outdoors, Canada. Holy smokes. Oh, I didn't get it dirty, did I? Look at the back. Look at the back of that bad boy. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Andrew. That was too kind. You were too nice. But yeah, cool shirt. So anyways, what I wanted to show you was just, all these products that I use. And let's see, what should we start with? The first thing I wanted to show you guys was the paint that I use, it's called MRO, and it's made by the Seymour Corporation. But this stuff is the bomb. It says right here 4 cans in one, and that's right. This stuff is it's called high solids paint, and this stuff, you spray it on there and one coat, it's pretty much covered. But I always do 2 or 3. And the stuff is super strong. It's industrial enamel, so it takes a while to dry. But when it dries, this stuff is strong. That's basically like my car. I've painted there's a semi-gloss black that they have. I was out of it. But there's a semi-gloss black that they use, and I use that on all of my hot rod stuff, and it holds up really well. But yeah, MRO, this is the stuff. Oh, and they make some primer too. Let me see if I got some primer. Hold on. Oh, I thought I had a primer. I thought I had a primer can to show you, but their primer is brown, and I use that a lot on stuff. But when you're gonna paint aluminum products, you need to use etch primer first. If you're stripping it to bare metal like this guy. See, here's that piece off of that Canadian. I'm still trying to figure out how to fix the bottom of it. I think I might be able to come up with something. But so this piece, I would spray with this first, and all you got to do is just let it flash over to where it's pretty much dry, but not completely dry. Maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then I just go right back and top coat it with this. You don't even have to wait for it to be totally dry or anything. So yeah, this stuff is really good. It keeps a nice gloss, like those red John Serids that I restored. I just painted them with this stuff, and it works really good, and it's really, it holds up really well to fuel and that kind of stuff, as long as you let it dry for, probably a month or so, and then it gets really hard and nice. And then the other product I got is this Bulldog adhesion promoter. And this stuff's pretty good for if you're trying to paint plastic covers and stuff on chainsaws. This sort of bites into the plastic, and the paint sticks really good. See, it says makes paint stick. Now this is an old can. I think you can still buy this stuff. I don't see why you couldn't. But yeah, it's called Bulldog Adhesion Promoter. And it's clear. It's clear, and then when you spray it on there, it sort of goes flat. And then and the same thing, you spray this on there, let it dry for 5 or 10 minutes, and then you can just go right over it with your paint. So that's that. And then what else we got here? What else we got as far as paint products go? So yeah, I showed you the edge primer. That's pretty much it for paints. Other stuff, if you need different colors like metallics and stuff like that, I don't think they make metallic paint in this stuff. These are all solid colors. So, then you just use your regular spray paints and stuff. But yeah, this stuff is the bomb. It is awesome. I painted the dashboard red in my car, and it's still shiny and looks nice, and all it is this stuff. I'm too cheap to buy automotive paint and that kind of stuff. So, for what it's worth. Okay, so enough of the paint products. We'll put those over here. Paint products. What else we got? Ooh, this is another product that I think is really cool. It's called Gibbs. And it's sort of like a penetrating oil, but it's also sort of it works really good for metal preservation. It works good. Like, see these wrenches and old rusty tools like this. If you wire brush them down and then take some of this stuff and spray it on there and wipe them on there, it sort of gives it sort of a semi-gloss finish, and it actually stays like that for quite a while, and it protects it from the rust. And this stuff actually works pretty good too for, it'll actually remove a little rust too, like if you use it with some steel wool or something. But you can find this online. I just bought 2 cans off of eBay. I mean, it's a little spendy. I think it was like 25 bucks for 2 of these. I mean, that's not too bad, I guess. But yeah, this stuff is really cool. I use it to, like, oh, let me do a little demonstration. Look what I used it on. Guess what I used it on? Bam! Look at that. I used it on the old jerry can. That's just the original paint. I just wiped it down with that Gibbs like a week or so ago, and I mean, it still looks nice, see? I mean, it will dye back after a while, but it's a good preserver. So yeah, so you take some of this. See, we got this old gas can here, and see how the paint's sort of dull and faded on it, and so you just spray a little of this stuff on there. It's sort of weird. It's like sort of a reddish color. And then you just take it, wipe it on there. Look at that. It turns it into like a new one. Gets all that nasty stuff off and gives it sort of a shine and a protection. Look at that. That's nice. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So like on these old chainsaws, like that old Canadian, if I wanted to just keep the old paint and stuff on it, but give it a little bit of a clean semi-gloss look, put a little Gibbs on it. And it works good, like, oh, like if you got an old car with patina or something, you can just wipe it down with this stuff. That's cool. So that's that. So the Gibbs stuff, Gibbs. And I'm not getting paid for any endorsements or anything like that. I'm just showing you what I use. I like this stuff. So there's the Gibbs, Gibbage. And then what else we got? What else we got? Super clean, of course. You guys probably already seen that before. This stuff works really good for getting off the grease and grime on the old chainsaws. But if you're gonna do it, make sure you seal up the intake and exhaust, because you don't want it inside there. Man, I'm getting crap all over my table. Oh, and then look at this. This is that cover that Andrew got for our 3400 chainsaw. And he painted it all custom for me. That was nice of him. So yeah, now I got a couple of extra housings in case the starter blows up on that 3400. Put that over here. And then, so what else I use? And you guys have probably seen this too, but people ask sometime what to use, like on the chainsaw cases, like the halves and like fuel tanks and stuff like that. Moto Seal gasket maker by Permatex, and you can get it at O'Reilly's or pretty much anywhere. But this stuff works good because if you try to use like the black RTV or something on a fuel tank, it'll just turn to rubber and it'll just be gone in a matter of days, and then it'll leak again. But this stuff's resistant to fuel, so this is what you want to use on your case halves and anything you're trying to seal up that's fuel related. So that's the Moto Seal. And then of course you got JB Weld, and this stuff takes forever to set up, but it's super strong. And this is good for fixing aluminum parts and stuff like that. You guys know that. And then what else was I going to show you? Oh, here's that axe head that I got from the thrift shop. And this one I actually I dipped it in vinegar. I soaked it in vinegar overnight, and it took all the rust off, and then I wire brushed it, and then I gave her a little coat of Gibbs, and that'll keep it from rusting and stuff until I'm ready to use it. So yeah, that's a nice one. See, it says Stanley on there. It's the Stanley M, and I guess the M means that it's made by the Man Company, or it was made by the Man Company. I learned that from Journey North. Thanks, Jamie. It sort of hit me when you were talking about that, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So that's that. And then, yeah, like the Gibbs works good on your axes. You can take a little bit and put on your axe. Give it a little something. Look at that. Oh, shines them up real nice. Little Gibbs on there. And yeah, like I said, it stays that way for quite a long time. Makes them sort of smooth and silky. Nice. And then what else we got? Oh, here's something else that works pretty good. This is called All Metal by USC, and it's basically like body filler, but it has metallic. I don't know what kind of metal is in it, but it's more water resistant. So if you're trying to like seal a hole or something, mainly like on car bodies, but this works good for, you know, filling pitting and stuff on your chainsaw parts and stuff like that. And this stuff will actually hold up to powder coating temperatures too. So if you have something that you need to powder coat, you can use this and it won't melt it out of there when they powder coat it. So yeah, USC All Metal. And then this is the hardener for it, this little orange thing. So that's pretty cool. And then yeah, what else we got? Oh, I was going to show you, I always use the Lucas. I like to use this in all my vehicles. You just put a little of this in the oil. Heavy duty oil stabilizer. Especially for those high mileage engines, it works pretty good. And then I always like to put the upper cylinder lubricant from Lucas. Put that in there in your fuel tank every once in a while. And it actually seems like it makes the fuel injection and everything, feels like they run smoother after you put it in there. I don't know. It might not, but it gives me a peace of mind. So anyways, what else was I going to show you? There was something else. Oh, I know. Do you guys ever watch that? I know I've mentioned Terrell Fixes All, but this is one product that I probably won't use anymore. All these fuel stabilizer products, they make like, you know, there's all kinds of companies that make this stuff. But if you watch that Terrell Fixes All, they did like a 6-month and then a 1-year test. This Aaron's Corporation, they donated like, I can't remember if it was like 7 or 8 small engines to them, and then they'd put them out in this shed and they'd use different fuel stabilizers on them, and they'd come out and start them every once in a while. And basically what they determined is none of this crap works. It doesn't do anything. In fact, just the regular old unleaded fuel started just as easy as long as they went out and started it like once a month. So I found that sort of interesting. And so yeah, speaking of fuels, I always use this in all my chainsaws, even the old ones, because everybody's like, oh, you should put more oil in the old ones, but it's like, this works fine in all of them. I run them in all the old chainsaws and it works fine. Never had a problem. So if you guys are wondering on your old chainsaws, this works fine. And this is good too because you can leave it sitting there. It's non-ethanol fuel, so it doesn't turn to garbage after, 6 months. I mean, if you're going to store your chainsaw for a long time, you should probably empty it out and run it dry. But if you're going to let them sit for a while but want to fire them up once in a while, just put this in there and it'll work fine. So yeah, that's about all I got to show you guys. I think that's it. So yeah, just trying to beat the heat. Got the air conditioner going in here. It was like 100 and, well, our thermometer said 120 on the back of our house, and it's in the shade, but I don't know how accurate that is, but it was pretty damn hot. So anyways, that's my midweek video. All the fine products I use. Hope that helps you out with some stuff. All the fine products, the fine wares, and I got you with the jerry can. Okay, see you guys later.